Talkin Sex Live is recorded in front of a live audience. This show is for mature listeners only. Hello, you're Talkin Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I'm Diane.
And I am Chet, and we are streaming live right now to Twitch and also to Caffeine. And we are unlicensed therapists. We're just a couple that has a lot of sex, and we are here to share our knowledge with the world. And we have our producer tonight, Wells. How are you doing tonight, Wells?
I am well. How are you, Chet and Diane?
We are great. Yeah. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know if you can tell, but we have our, we put up in our parlor that we're in, we have our little, we put on our new picture in behind that we're of us, and that's kind of nice. I don't know.
It looks very nice.
Yeah, we might change it up. Who knows? Just something different. Yeah, how have you been, Wells?
I am well. I have an interesting relationship issue in my life right now.
So you said you had a second date before the show, and we never got to it. What happened there, man?
I did have a second date. It went very well.
Okay.
We went to a nice vegan restaurant, and then went to a nice French inn. Drank a bottle of rosé there. Wonderful. Kissed her goodnight. But this is a difficult time because we ended up going out during the Valentine's Day moratorium.
Oh, yes.
When you don't want to start dating someone. So if I were to actually do something for Valentine's Day, that would be way too much. We've only been on 2 dates.
Yeah, that's a little too fast.
If I don't acknowledge it, that is also an issue.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, he likes me.
Yeah, well, I would do like just
go on just a dinner.
Yeah, or you can just call it out, you know, just be like, hey, you know, it's Valentine's Day. We've had 2 dates, but like, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
I think we can't go out because I will be working producing a podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah.
But I think I will just, say Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just or
for instance.
Call I guess how are you on like the talk back right away or like on a text, or is it still like the whole I'm going to wait a good I don't know, like you wait like a day before you text back? Are you still playing that game at all, or?
Oh no, like if we're free, because we're both very busy. She also has a job where she's very busy. So if we are free, we'll text back right away.
Okay, that's cool. That's
we're
good.
Adults.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of games that are played, and then it's when you're first dating. I don't think they're fun. I hate playing the games.
I don't think there's any.
There's no ninny?
Need for it. I mean, if you guys are both mature.
No, I don't think there's a point for it.
Yeah.
No.
Cool. Well, hopefully it goes well, and then you can do like a makeup Valentine's Day date, maybe something like that. I don't know.
6 weeks down the line, sure.
Yeah,
if we're still dating.
Yeah, if you're still dating. So Diane and I, we're just gonna have we have the whole day just to have a whole lot of sex.
Dinner at home. Get in the hot tub.
A lot of hot tub and
a little role playing.
Yep, we're gonna do some Lord of the Rings. I think we're gonna pull out.
I'm gonna be Frodo.
You're going to be Frodo, or I'm going to be Frodo?
No, I'll be Frodo.
You're going to be Frodo. Okay, I thought you were going to be Arwen.
Oh,
Arwen.
I guess I can switch it up this time.
Yeah, we'll be it all. I'll be Smaug and Sauron, and we'll just have a whole
Sauron. Of all the characters.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not Aragorn.
Well, I have that giant
Legolas,
mask on.
All the sexy characters.
Maybe you could just be the ring.
Or just well, that's the thing. It's the cock ring of power. You put we have a golden cock ring that I'm going to put over my penis, and then and we're going to go ahead and have sex with that cock ring. Yeah, my precious. Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Make me Gollum?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess.
I don't know how sexy that is.
I would be Bilbo,
You're Gollum?
but it would be it's dildo Baggins. Dildo Baggins.
In this instance, I suppose Diane's vagina is the precious.
Yes, that is correct. Yes. It's very precious, super precious. But speaking of Valentine's Day, so there's something about Valentine's Day cards that it's just super difficult to go buy them. They don't speak the heart. They're not sex positive. Like they're getting really expensive, even for like a cheap one. It's like $5, and then it's like it doesn't really say everything. It might be something that's not quite what you want to say. So we made up our own here at Talkin Sex Live with Chet and Diane. We wanted to share those with you. We're gonna go ahead. It's we call it our Sex Positive Valentine's Day cards. First one up here.
Here we go. Valentine, you're the yin to my yang.
And it's got a yin-yang symbol from the Taoist, a little you and me in there. So Valentine, you are the yin to my yang, because I can't 60 mine myself. So, and it's got a little stick figure, and he's trying to suck his own penis. Yeah, trying to suck his own penis, or maybe it's a female. She's trying to lick her own vagina there. There's no penis. I don't know, but it is very difficult to do that. So it is always good to have a partner when you want a 69. Also, just a little heads up. All these cards are going to be on Twitter and on Instagram tomorrow. You can go ahead and download them and print them off and give them to your special loved one. But let's go ahead and move on to the next card.
For Valentine's Day, I'm getting you a power tool.
There's a hot girl holding, looks like an angle grinder maybe, or a sander. And she has a...
cut off shorts and a plaid short.
Very nice butt.
Shirt.
Very nice butt on that. It's nice and large.
Power tool in her hand.
So for Valentine's Day, I'm getting you a power tool. It's the shocker. Happy Valentine's Day. And a picture of a woman with a shocker and a hand of a woman giving... I don't know how that works. How would a woman shock a man? Maybe it's a female. Maybe it's a female lover. Maybe this is a card for lesbians.
It could be.
Yeah,
it must be. Because the man, you only got one hole down.
Yeah. Or, maybe it's a trans man. It's a vulva-owning man. I don't know. Maybe.
Sure.
All right, let's move on.
Valentine, let's do some BDSM.
All right.
We got handcuffs on the card.
Ball gags and a bunch of stuff on a bed and a lot of straps and whatnot. So Valentine, let's do some BDSM. Bonbons, daiquiris, spa, and manicures. Happy Valentine's Day.
That sounds better than the thing we're going to do.
Yeah, I think Diane would rather have bonbons, daiquiris, spa, and manicures over actual BDSM.
I would.
Yeah.
I think most people would.
Yeah. Unless you really like BDSM. So
the front of that card is quite aggressive.
Yeah, it is. It's like there's if you're not into it, you might be a little put off by having that card. But
you may not take the time to flip the card over.
No.
Open it up and read it.
No, you're like, fuck you. We're not doing this. And then you're like, oh, you're going to give me all this fun stuff. Yep. I love you, Valentine. All right, moving on.
To the next one. Tonight, let's do it like the porn stars. And there's a picture with a woman with her mouth open like she's having an orgasm.
Oh, yeah. It's really hot. It looks like, I bet you someone's probably licking her vagina right now. That's the pose that she's in on her back. It's really hot. All right, tonight let's do it like porn stars. Let's do some anal bleaching. Happy Valentine's Day.
There's a picture of a bottle of anal bleach inside.
Yeah, big bottle of anal bleach there. Yeah.
That would be like the porn stars.
Yeah, because you don't really see what's going on
behind the scenes.
So there's a lot of dilating. There's a lot of
fluffers.
Yeah, you fluff. There's anal douching and anal bleaching. It's a lot of stuff going on there. So we're gonna move on to our next card.
I'm always hard for you, Valentine.
And there's just a giant phallic-looking marble statue with some stones on it. It's a very nice-looking, actually artistic painting-like. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the inside of the card. I'm always hard for you, Valentine. That's why I'm masturbating behind this plant.
Huh. Yeah, that kind of looks like you, Wells.
Is that you, Wells?
That was a little counterplay you were in there.
Why is that?
Yeah. I don't know. The the front was kind of sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Then the back kind of... That is me.
Is that you? How'd you get on this card, Wells?
Didn't you make this?
What are you talking about? I don't know.
Technically, we did.
That is too creepy. I don't know. We have a publisher, producer.
We can't reveal the names of our photo models.
I don't know how that came up. That's weird. It's really strange.
You should send that to me, though.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a great... I mean, how it looks like you're in an office there, and you're just, like, gawking at somebody.
That is supposed to be me, right?
I don't know. Maybe. It kind of looks like
we needed
you, right?
random person for the card.
Yeah. It could be you.
Fit the mold, baby.
Could be you. All right, let's move on now. All right, here we go. Let's see.
Next card.
Ooh.
I've been naughty, Valentine. I want you to cream pie my face.
My face. Oh, man, that is a nice-looking butt. Huh?
I thought cream pies were just vaginas.
Cream pie is when you come on the face and it just gets a bunch of cream or cum all over the face. So
it's a girl handcuffed on the card and it's a picture of her butt.
Very nice butt. I've been naughty, Valentine. I want you to cream pie my face. Waka waka. Happy Valentine's Day. It's just Fozzie. What could be Fozzie.
Yeah, from the Muppets.
Maybe for copyright purposes.
Oh,
We don't know. It's just a fuzzy bear with... a pie pan in his face. So, waka waka. All right.
I think the front of some of these cards may be a bit aggressive.
You think so? Well, I mean, they're sex positive cards. They're supposed to be sex positive, so they're supposed to be a little aggressive, but then the inside...
sexually aggressive.
Well, but they're not.
A couple of them.
They're lighthearted.
A couple of them.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move on here. We got one more.
You'll never be alone on Valentine's Day.
And it has a bed with 2 flower petals,
shaped in hearts,
and very pretty. Mm-hmm. And then go ahead and
open the card.
You'll never be alone on Valentine's Day because you'll always have your hand. Mm-hmm. And there's a circle that you can cut out.
And we actually have the card right here that we made.
So there you go. And then you open it up, and you put all your hand in there, and then you start stroking it because you'll never be alone on Valentine's Day. So that is
I want one.
You want one? We'll get you one there, Wells. We're going to get you one of those. So we're going to go ahead and move on. Do we have any callers coming in? I think we may have one call. I
believe.
What's the name of this caller there, Wells?
This is Steve. He's currently in the Olympic Village. And although he's done competing, he can't find love.
Okay. Hello, you are Talkin' Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet.
I'm Diane.
Is this Steve?
Hey, this is Steve. Hey, Chet and Diane. How are you? Well, good afternoon, or I guess nighttime where you are.
Oh yeah.
I'm in Beijing.
So you're in Beijing. You're in Beijing right now in the Olympic Village?
Yes, I'm an Olympian. I'm going for gold or whatever. But I'm in the Olympic Village.
Wow.
In Beijing.
That is crazy.
It's not that great.
So
it's not that crazy.
It's not that great. Why not? I mean, you've worked for a long time to get to this position, and now you're competing in the Olympics. Do you mind if I ask what your sport is? What are you competing in?
Double luge.
Oh, double luge. All right.
My position is what's commonly referred to as the bottom.
All right. So wait. I heard of bobsled, right? And then there's the luge where you're on your back, and then skeleton is when you're on your stomach. But double luge, I don't think I've heard of this. So it's just like you lay on top of the other person and you go down a bobsled track?
Yes.
Wow.
There's a double luge. It's real. I mean,
and you're on the bottom.
You can look it up.
Okay, so you're on the bottom, and a dude lays on top of you.
Yep, Rick lays on top of me.
And you need our help finding love?
Yeah, I mean, do you enjoy it, or is it? It seems like it's.
It's all right. I don't know. I got into the Olympics because maybe I should just get into it now. Like what I'm calling about.
Okay, yeah. What's going on? What's going on at the Olympics right now? It's really exciting, though.
Yeah, whatever. So, you know how, you hear stories all the time when the Olympics come around of, the IOC buying, truckloads and of condoms for the Olympic Village because of all the sex that's going on. Okay, well, in my experience this week, that has not been my experience. Okay, I'm pretty disappointed.
I heard because of COVID that they're not doing this right now. Like they're not having like the whole Olympic Village experience where you're having a whole lot of sex. Is that correct? Or have they locked down?
Yes, that's very correct. The COVID, the oppressive Chinese government. Now cracked up with it to be. I got into a double luge about 16 months ago because I thought I'd be at the Olympic Village, which is, I've heard, is like Sodom and Gomorrah, and there's nothing.
Wow. So you haven't had any sex at all. And are they highly like putting a stop to it? Like what are they doing to stop you from having sex besides not having condoms there?
Well, every athlete is assigned a chaperone, so there's a dude staring at me right now from like 6 feet away.
Really? That's like
watch this. Watch this. Hold on, watch this. Okay, right? Hey man, can I just like go to a bar or something? Like, okay, no. So he gives me the tisk finger sign whenever I want to do anything.
So like this, you just naughty.
So yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So
and whenever I kind of bump into like another female athlete, I just nothing. It's just like there's nothing going on. This is awful.
Okay, so and then you literally like you can't leave the village to have sex with somebody. You can't sneak somebody. What about at night? Can you just like walk into somebody else's like dorm room or hotel room? I don't know how the village works.
I don't know if I'd recommend walking into somebody's.
Well, I mean, if you invite them, not like have. I'm not saying like you walk into someone, have them come into your room.
Are you talking about like luring them in?
Oh no, just invite them. Just say, hey, do you want to come over at 10 at night? Once everybody goes to bed, when our chaperone is not in the room, and then you can come in and have sex with me. Would that work?
Well, like the other night, I was in the common area. And, I saw the snowboarder, Chloe Kim.
Oh, yeah.
She's a big rage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, and I started talking her up, and she's like, hey, I'm a snowboarder. I'm like the best ever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in the double luge. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, which one? I'm like, the bottom.
Oh, wow.
And then like she looked at her watch, and then she just like, hey, I gotta go wax my board.
Yeah.
So I think part of it is COVID, part of it is me, part of it is the oppressive Chinese government.
Well,
it's just being a nightmare. So I don't know what to do. I've still got another week here.
You know what you could do is you could write little notes, is what I used to do with my girlfriends, and they'd be like, oh, we think you're really cute, here's my number. And I'd do that for guys or my girlfriends.
Yeah, I've heard of people doing that, but then the Chinese government catches them and cuts their hands off.
Oh, Jesus, wow.
And then they hang them from the rings.
Wow. That's
and they throw them in the flame.
That's pretty fucked up.
The Olympic flame.
So...
I don't know if sex is worth it at that point.
No, not at all.
I would wait.
Yeah.
So, but this, you don't understand, like, this is my dream to come to the Olympics and, be in the Olympics Village and have the whole, experience that I've heard about, with the buckets of condoms and just condoms everywhere and just people doing it everywhere. And, I'm just I wanted to be Alberto Tomba of the Olympic Games. I wanted to be the Alberto Tomba of the double luge.
Okay.
And it's not happening.
Okay, I get it. So
here's one thing you could also do is if you did get another person's number, you could FaceTime each other and then just each person masturbate in front of the other, and then you're not.
Or you could just do that with somebody back in the States. I don't know.
You could do that as well.
Yeah.
Like I said again, the oppressive Chinese government, if I masturbated on screen, it would end up in Tiananmen Square next day, and I would be publicly shamed.
Wow. So I'm
talking to you on a burner. Yeah, I'm talking to you on a burner phone. That I have to throw in a fire.
Wow.
I have to throw it in a fire like after the game.
Wow.
Because, I don't want the Chinese government following me back to Reseda.
You're in Reseda. That's great. We're in Los Angeles, so
not too far.
Not too far at all. But
Rams.
I do feel that there is I want to chat about bisexuality with women. For a bisexual man to try and want to have sex with a woman, like sometimes the woman actually isn't turned on because they're not turned on by a man having sex with another man. And so do you feel like maybe that's the reason when you say, hey, I'm the bottom on the double luge, and so the woman is kind of off-putted, they don't feel that you're manly enough? I don't know, Diane, what do you say about that?
But he's bisexual?
No, I'm just saying that it sounds when you say I'm the bottom of a double luge that you might be bisexual, and it could turn off women. Have you thought about that?
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, we're on our backs. I'm not on my stomach, and he's not on my back. Okay. I'm on my back, and has his back on my stomach.
So you're going back to back. So he's upside down, looking like, I don't know how that would work. But
I'm laying on my back on the sled.
Okay.
This sport's been around the Olympics for like 50 years.
I did not know that. I knew about skeleton and luge.
If you tune into Peacock next Tuesday at 3 a.m. And you'll see me going for gold.
God. Well, congrats. So you've already won your like preliminaries and like you're on your heat or whatever. Yeah. Oh, and you're going to be in the gold medal round. That's super exciting.
But I can't get the tail that the friggin' curling nerds get here. Apparently, curling is big. They're the big studs on Olympic Village.
Yeah, that and hockey, snowboarding, skiing. But not double luge.
Yeah, maybe just leave out the bottom part when you're talking to these
maybe
women.
You just say I do the luge and then see if that helps. So I'm trying to figure this out.
So you said I should lie to women.
No, you don't have to say that you're the bottom. You just say that you do the luge. It's the truth, right? You don't have to say double luge. So I'm trying to figure this out. You lay on your back, and then the other guy lays just like on top of you, so like your penises are touching, like you're docking each other. No,
that's absurd.
Okay.
No.
So what do you?
Have you seen the luge? Have you seen the luge?
I have, but I don't know how the double luge works.
Picture the regular. Picture the one person luge, or we call them the single.
And then his feet are facing downhill. And his head is in the back of the sled. And
you guys are on 69.
Okay, that would be me. And then my partner, Rick, he puts his back on my stomach and we're facing the same direction. We look identical.
Okay.
But he's on top of me.
Got it. So then you, if this was like two men having sex situation, then you would actually be the top, even though he's on
the
top.
Bottom.
Yeah, and you're on the bottom. Yeah. Well, he would be the top because he would be penetrating the other man's anus. So, so there you go. You can just say I'm the top. Maybe I don't know if the women would
I'm the top. I don't know.
I'm the top.
Like,
on the top of it?
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not? Okay.
Mention tops or bottoms.
No, not at all.
1 year.
I would just say luge. I do the luge, and then maybe.
I'm just gonna. You know what? I got it. I'm just gonna say I'm do that thing with the ski, where I ski and shoot.
Oh yeah, the biathlon.
I gotta look that up. I probably should look that up before I tell people that.
That's called the biathlon. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's skiing and shooting, and that's it. It's weird. You think it would be
biathlon? Write that down.
Yeah, and now it sounds like you're bisexual. So
biathlon.
Biathlon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go run with that because nobody really knows who does that.
Yeah, it's true. America doesn't really have a lot of big biathletes, so we don't get a lot of press on our TV screen time for that one. So. Yeah. All right. Well, Steve.
Okay. Well, yeah. But before I go, can I get in and plug in?
Yeah. Go ahead. Plug whatever you need to. There.
Sure. Okay. Well, I signed a deal with a new company as being an Olympic athlete, and I just want to say that Steve Mitchell of the USA double luge team now endorses golden cock rings.
Oh, all right.
Golden cock rings. If you're in the market for golden cock rings, you get Steve Miller golden cock rings and go for gold.
All right. That's great because we have a golden cock ring that we're actually going to use on Valentine's Day.
Oh, these are much better.
Oh, really?
Valentine's Day 2023 is going to be all about Steve Miller golden cock rings.
Wow. That's great that you have your own cock rings. We should take a look, and we will, if you want to send us some to the show, we'll try it out, and then we'll plug your product there because we're actually going to do a Lord of the Rings Valentine's Day theme role play, and we're going to have a whole lot of sex as Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I'll think about that when I'm in the Olympic Village for another week getting nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, but I would take our advice there and just not say double luge and not say that you're the bottom. Just say luge, and then hopefully maybe somebody will, consensually hook up with you, right?
Okay. Yeah, my chaperone's hearing me say cock a lot, so he's telling me to hang up the phone.
All right.
Okay.
So I got to go.
All right, Steve. Thank you so much.
Chinese government.
I would watch what you're saying there. Oh, wow.
Well, bye-bye.
Bye. Well, Wells, do you have any type of statistics for this double luge? I really never heard of the double luge.
I haven't heard of
I heard of the luge and the skeleton. No?
Well, double luge just became an Olympic sport this year.
Oh, wow. Not in the 50s, but maybe it's been around since the 50s. So
it was originally an Olympic sport, but then banished due to homophobia.
That makes sense.
You listed. Now we're okay with men penetrating other men repeatedly through their clothes while luging down.
Yeah,
so
that's interesting.
It's been brought back. Wow. Although the Chinese censors still will black parts out when they feel it's getting too explicit.
Really?
What do you mean by black out? I don't get it.
You know, if you see the men, they're rubbing up too much against each other. They'll blur their parts there.
It seems quite ridiculous on like a peacock. I mean, just even the name peacock is.
I was confused.
Yeah.
You felt that the reason that he wasn't getting laid was because he was the bottom on the luge?
No, just in. As a bisexual man, if you try to, date women or pick up on women and you tell them that you're bisexual, they sometimes are turned off because they don't, for some reason, women aren't turned on by men having sex with other men.
Versus a woman who's bisexual and a guy is more turned on by that.
Exactly. Like we're super
I have found that with women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was just shocked that somebody called us from the Olympic Village. So that was a treat. That's a first right there. So
yeah, it was. Hopefully we helped him out.
Yeah.
Do you have any other callers?
Anybody else come out calling in there? Well,
through the grapevine, I've heard we have Jeanette who's trying to spice up her Valentine's Day.
Oh wow. Okay. Hello, Jeanette. You're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane. I am Chet.
I am Diane.
And is this Jeanette?
This is Jeanette, and you know what? I called in. Hello. I called in because. Well, hello. I called in. Okay. I called in because I wanted to know how I could spice up my Valentine's Day, but guess what? I've already decided how to do that, and that's to get you two perverts off the air.
Oh, come on. Give me a break. Really?
Give you a break.
No.
Give me a break.
Okay, so...
No, give me a break, and all the children that could just wander onto your little sex show with your talk of shockers and Lord of the Rings sex acts. I mean, I just cannot.
Yeah, you've been watching, so that's fine. At least we got to watch it. Thank you for watching. So, yeah, what was...
Well, I've been doing research, and let me tell you something. I have been making notes for the FCC and the FBI and the KGB and the CIA.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Vladimir Putin, that man with those beautiful nipples and those hard pectorals would come down there and slap you both silly with your disgusting toe.
So that would turn you on.
You like Putin? You're like, you seem very American and conservative, but you're like wanting Putin to come down here?
Conservatives love Vladimir Putin.
Oh, really? Because of Trump. That makes sense. I get it.
Right.
I understand.
No, Mr. Trump is disgusting because he likes to have sex with pornography people.
And he cheats on his wife.
have seen her movies. Mm-hmm. It's about Cleveland steamers and
I haven't seen any.
Wow. Blumpkins?
Let me tell you something. Wow. The only Blumpkin in my life is a blueberry and pumpkin pie. Thank you very much.
No. Those Blumpkins are blowjobs while you're sitting on the toilet.
Not those.
Yeah, those are not good.
Oh, my good. Well, listen to your dirty talk. I am the president of the Keep It in Your Pants Coalition, and you two have not been keeping it in your pants.
Well, that's the point.
Technically, we're married.
Yeah, so it's called Talkin Sex Live. So go ahead, Wells.
Oh, my God.
Well, Jeanette feels. Do you feel that maybe you're a little hypocritical since you're watching Stormy Daniels movies? You've watched so many that you have quite a working knowledge of what she does.
Well, let me tell you something. Yes, I know what she has done, and yes, I have seen many films of hers, of Brie Olson, of course, of Sasha Grey. I have the entire collection of Mangina.
Wait, what is a mangina?
Oh, wait. I guess this is something
Mangina. The Mangina Chronicles.
It seems like you know a little bit more than we do. I'm kind of questioning your actual...
Know thy enemy, my friend. Jesus said, know thy enemy, and then slap him around like a silly little fool.
Enemy?
Yeah, he said, Jesus said, love your enemy as your, love your neighbor
pray
as yourself.
for those who
maybe in your pervy Bible he said that.
I
think
it's
James version.
Yeah, any Bible that you crack open.
The book. I think they just quoted the book of Matthew, if I'm not mistaken.
The book of what?
Matthew. First gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what Matthew also said? Keep it in your pants.
Oh, God. Technically, no.
Well, technically, schmecklically. Let me ask you a question. Do you have children?
Do I? No.
Does anyone in that room have a child?
I've got nieces and nephews.
Yeah, we got lots of nieces and nephews, and so don't...
And do you tell them about your 2 in the pinks and 1 in the
God,
thing?
No. I mean,
we
don't talk about this with children. That's the thing.
Why do you talk about it on the public airwaves?
No, this is we before the show we talk about how this is for mature audiences only, and it's for adults. We're providing sex education for adults.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
No, first of all, no one should be educated on sex. All you need to know is the wing wang goes in the wigwam, and then a baby comes out. That is it.
Okay. So...
Sure, I've lesed out. Who hasn't? But the point
you've lesed out? And so now you're going ahead and calling against us? So
Exactly, because I know that lesing out is not what Jesus wanted. It's not what... Well, Paul, he was a little bit into that, let's be honest.
Okay. King David
that.
was probably gay or bisexual, actually. He talks about, his troops would sodomize his enemies and stuff, and he had... a
lot of wives, too, though.
Yeah.
Concubines.
Yeah.
Blasphemy has never rained down upon my ears like it has right now.
Okay, so, Jeanette, let's just clear the room here. So... We're providing sex education for individuals. We found that there are countries that have lower STDs, lower abortion rates, lower premarital sex. If you just
they read the Bible. Thank you.
If you go ahead and discuss this, if you normalize just talking about sex in your culture, it prevents actual sexual activities. It prevents STDs. It prevents abortions. It prevents teenage pregnancies. If you not only just teaching about penis and vagina.
Excuse me, but what is wrong with a teenage pregnancy? If you are 17 and your parents say that you can get married, I say procreate. You are
sure, of course.
For all
but
of
it's the unwanted pregnancies. It's
about a trick.
It's about...
That was a trick.
Kids want to do what they're told.
A 17-year-old should not be having sex, period.
So wait.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. You try to trick us
in my clutches.
Okay.
Oh, I'm writing this one down for the FCC and the FDA and all the others.
Okay.
The Treasury Department's going to hear about this.
Oh, I don't think they're going to do a whole lot.
Well, they might.
So
you never
want to
know.
talk about your lesbian experience?
Yeah, because it seems like you have some closeted stuff. So it seems that the people who try to oppress others about sexual activity are actually the ones who go out and do this. Look at all these, Republicans out there who are big into, no premarital sex, abstinence, and they're the ones actually impregnating women outside, extramarital kids, having abortions, all this stuff. So
So you're saying I'm the one who is doing the Mississippi bird bath and the spicy gringo.
It totally sounds like it, yes.
And pounding the pork.
Yes.
And salad tossing. And Tony Tokyo.
Yeah.
And the dirty Sanchez.
Yeah.
And the 69 and the 96. So, how dare you?
So it seems like you know a lot about all this stuff, that it's much more than the person who is conservative who wouldn't know about this. So I am starting to think that maybe you are oppressing, your own feelings
toward women. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Excuse me, I'm not the one who tells everyone they should be, doing ATM and pegging their man and putting jizz and all over somebody's face with the pearl necklace and spit roasting
you know quite a bit.
Power.
I think you're in denial.
This is very reminiscent of the scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
How dare you? You know what? When you get bukkake, sir, and somebody motorboats your little titties, then you will know that the wrath of God is upon you.
No, not really.
I would love it if someone would motorboat my small titties. That sounds lovely.
I bet you would, you sicko.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know if you had really any type of question, but just here to
Well, here's
vent.
the question.
Okay.
How dare you, and how dare you continue?
Oh, well, we're going to keep on doing this because we feel that sex education is very important to the world and to educate.
And I'm going to continue to watch you, and then I will not touch myself, but it will tingle a bit, and then every time my lady flower tingles, I write down what you say. Then I send it right down to Joseph Biden, and he will take care of it.
Okay.
And if he doesn't, the next president will. But not Kamala, because I don't think women should be in the government. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay. So it sounds like we're helping you out, and I'm glad that you're watching. Keep watching, Jeanette, because maybe...
I will.
Okay, good.
Well,
so
you'll hear from me again.
All right.
And when you do, I will have the police.
Okay. All right. Well, have a good night, Jeanette. Please stay sex positive.
Happy
Valentine's Day. I hope you come out of the sex positive closet there. Have a good night.
Oh, you.
Oh, us. Wow, that was a whirlwind.
Certainly was.
That was a lot. We got a lot of comments coming in. Hey, Swiss Writer, it's good to have you back. A lot of stuff there. What if I want a wingman and the wang doodle? Jeanette seems seeking is hellfire on her ears. She thinks the FCC has power over us. Jeanette, confess your degeneracy. It's please, yes, come back soon. Hear you, Mississippi bird. Yeah. So,
are you aware of what the Mississippi bird bath is, Chet?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
It is a woman fills her mouth with Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Gets a Southern woman specifically gets down on her knees, and then the male partner dips his testicles in it.
Wow. That is. It has to be specifically Kool-Aid.
That's what my sources are saying.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, it looks like we got to try that one out. So it's Kool-Aid in the mouth, and then you just dip your balls like you teabag it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We'll give that one a shot. Very interesting.
Interesting.
Well, I knew it was going to happen one of these days. We were going to have somebody call in that was objecting against the show, but it sounded like Jeanette really was for it, but she just is closeted and trying to be sex positive. That was a strange one. Yeah.
There's a lot of closeted Chet and Diane fans out there.
Yeah. They don't want to admit that they like the show because they don't want...
it goes back to your religious beliefs that it's wrong or it's taboo. And
people don't want to have you know what you do, and they kind of keep it private. And that makes sense. But, if you're watching this or listening to this, give us a like, give us a follow. It always helps us. Or give us a review on podcast because, we are recording for podcast right now. So appreciate the comments, Swiss Writer. It's good to have you back on the show or back to watching the show and commenting. Wells, who is the last caller of the night there?
Well, it's interesting because we've actually talked about this. Carl from North Carolina, he wants to know if sex addiction is real and how much masturbation is too much.
Got it. Yes. Well, let's go ahead and get Carl in here. Hello.
You're talking Sex Live with Chet and Diane.
I am Chet.
And I'm Diane.
Hello.
Hi, Carl.
Hey, Carl. How you doing?
I'm just having a wonderful evening. How are you guys?
Oh, we're great.
We're good.
We're super good.
What can we do for you, Carl?
Yeah, so you think, you want to know if sex addiction is real, right?
Yes, and moreover, how much masturbation is too much masturbation? Because there's so much information out there, and I have two schools of thought going on in my head, and one day I might be thinking one thing, and the next day I might be down on my knees reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. Another religious person calling in. We had a religious person ahead of you call in named Jeanette, and she was a closeted Chet and Diane fan. Actually knew quite a bit about sex, but wanted to preach the Bible and tell us how wrong we were.
Well, maybe she knew my daddy.
Okay.
He was a preacher.
Oh.
So, but my mama, she was crunchy mama to the T. And they shared custody with me. So I got some mixed messaging when I was growing up.
Got it. Here, I want to go back to this actual sex addiction. So
Addition?
Oh
my goodness. That'd be like one threesome minus a bisexual equals polyamory.
Oh.
There you go. Some basic math.
So here's
a little
thing.
Sex humor for you.
So addiction is anything that like your body can like physically want after having a lot. Sex produces hormones. It produces
endorphins,
oxytocin. And you can actually get addicted to that hormone. And it's just like dopamine. When you do cocaine or heroin, it produces dopamine that you can get addicted to that feeling. And so having it over and over again, you want to have it more. And then also with addictions is that when you have just, you start having it over and over again, like your body needs to have more to get that high or to get that actual pleasure. So you start to go to more and more extreme.
I've been chasing that dragon's tail.
So we had this conversation before with Peter, who was on the show.
And it's been debatable whether or not it's a real addiction, but there are a lot of celebrities who said they have sex addictions. David Duchovny was one. And there are rehabs for people
X-Files,
too.
those green aliens.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I was told by my mother I could touch myself as much as I wanted as long as I was in private. And I was told by my father if I put my hand on my wing-a-ding that I would be going to hell and that I would grow actual hair out of the palms of my hand.
No, that's not true. That's just an old wives' tale.
Wives' tale? That's
an
old wives' tale.
The wise man.
The wives' tale.
The wives' tale.
Yeah,
it's not. That doesn't work. You can masturbate just as long
as it's not interfering with your daily life and
Now
it's not causing you
I'm
harm.
big on consent, so I was just going to ask you if it would be inappropriate for me to masturbate right now.
Well,
I would say so.
It's a little creepy.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
inappropriate.
If you masturbate in front of someone or while you're talking to someone, you should have consent, and it's a sexual experience.
Why I asked.
Okay.
I thought maybe this would be a sex positive space.
It is a sex positive space, but I don't think
but
right
you're not
now.
Okay with me.
Well,
okay.
We are on Twitch, and so
you gotta keep it professional.
Got to keep it somewhat PG-13, so we're not showing any nudity or any type of we have to
see now that I know I can't, all I can think about is getting off this phone call, turning on some of the X-Files, because I had a thing for both Gillian Anderson and, funny enough, Mr. David Duchovny, and also funny enough for tentacle kind of alien stuff. So it kind of runs the gamut with what I got going on up in my noggin.
Yeah. Well, I would say, like, look, if you want to masturbate, that's fine. And it's all about just how much your penis can handle. Sometimes it can get sore. You can pull sores on it, and it can get hurt. I have a damaged urethra from when I was. I had a car accident when I was young, and it really messed up a lot of my organs. And so if I yank it too many times, the urethra can get hurt, or you can start pulling on the skin. You can get sores on that. It can get sore. So you gotta hold off on that. So.
Yes, when I was young once, I got mine all chafed up, and my daddy said that it looked just like one of those little hot dogs you have at the Super Bowl, which is very topical. Going to have a little party this weekend.
And the cocktail weenies?
There'll be some sex involved, but I won't really be watching. I'll be people watching.
Got it.
But he called it a little red wiener. And my mother introduced me to Abilene Cream, which is a masturbation cream. So it kind of took care of that issue a little bit.
Yeah, any lotion or lube is perfectly fine for actual masturbating. It's unlike having sex where you put your penis in a vagina,
or a male
or an anus, you can use pretty much anything that just kind of lubricates. You don't have to worry about for external use only type of creams. You can go ahead and use those. So as opposed to having
and I think this brings me to where I think my masturbation habit is interfering with any desire for me to go out and find another person. So I'm feeling quite lonely lately.
Got it.
And I do quite love my self-care, but just as my daddy said, I want to find someone to lay my head next to at night.
Exactly.
Too. There's that duality again.
If you have too much masturbating and you start and you watch a lot of porn, you kind of lose touch with reality where you can't actually.
It can be a problem.
Yeah, you can't start actual dating. I mean, it's all about, it's about making you happy, and if you're not really satisfied with just pleasuring yourself and you want to experience that love with another person, then start dating. But you have to keep everything safe, sane, and consensual.
Oh man, yes, I will get hurt, as my mother says. It's like, if anything worth life is worth doing, it's worth doing poorly at first, just because you might as well do it anyways, because you're gonna learn.
Okay.
Well, all of us have had our hearts broken.
Yeah, so. It's all about learning. It's all about trying things, and then if it fails, you learn from that mistake, and then you don't do that again. And that's all dating is just trying to figure out what works for you. And if you have any specific questions, I highly recommend calling us back, and we can go ahead and give you some tips.
Right.
For dating.
Well, I think you're telling me to put down the fleshlight and shine some light on my dating prospect.
Yeah, you can do online dating. It sounds like there's some Christian Mingle is an online site that you can get on. It seems like you're kind of conservative, so you can start meeting people through that. Wells,
I'm
you know quite a bit about
but
that.
I'm also queer and polyamorous.
Oh,
it's
wow.
a conundrum.
That seems very different.
Yeah. Duality.
Well, that's fine. There's, if you're polyamorous, but yet if you're only masturbating, that seems kind of odd, because polyamory is all about having multiple partners. Have you actually had multiple partners, or are you just calling yourself polyamorous?
I have, but then this COVID thing came along, and I just shut down completely, got in a cycle of being alone, and then I feels like I forgot. But and it's so funny that you bring up David Duchovny, because The X-Files is my favorite show. Okay. And I think that the truth, wait for it,
I'm waiting,
is out there.
It is out there.
The truth is out there.
Yeah, no joke.
And in German, it is Die Wahrheit ist irgendwo da draußen.
Oh,
we like,
you didn't know you
like
had
the German. Ooh, wunderbar.
Yes.
No joke.
I spent
today,
some time in Berlin. So.
Diane and I were out in the backyard, and we saw 6 weird lights up in the sky. We think they were satellites from SpaceX, but it was no joke. It was like they look like stars in the middle of day, one wasn't moving, and then there was like 4 or 5 that were all moving. I was like, this is nuts. Like it was too real. Like I was like, I don't know what to think of this, but I'm just gonna go on with my life because we live in 2022, and that's what that shit happens. Space Force. I don't know.
Anything that makes me feel all tingly or that I'm not alone in the world, I just take myself upstairs, get out my box of toys, and I go to town on myself like there's no tomorrow. Because what if there wasn't?
Okay, well, let's go back to this whole addiction thing. So if you really feel like you have a problem, you should go seek some help, like Sex Anonymous.
They have the 12 steps for sex addiction and love addiction.
Yeah, I have been through the 12 steps with my sugar addiction, so I know
not
that
sugar
addiction.
Sex addiction, and they even have them online. You can call. They have different. They have different things for everything. Overeaters Anonymous addiction.
I go to the Overeaters Anonymous, and that's the sugar. They told me to cut that sugar out, and I know I am powerless over it. I'm powerless over my penis is really what I'm saying.
Okay, so if you feel that you need help, then you should go to one of these group meetings that you can seek help with. So that's one option. It's all depending on like just how you feel. Like, do I feel like I have a problem? Is having sex or masturbating, is that interfering with the rest of my life? Am I actually dependent on doing this activity and I can't get anything else accomplished? And if you feel yes, then seek some help. If you just are masturbating a lot and you want to have love with somebody else, if you want to experience this with a partner, if you actually want to start having sex again, there's a number of routes that you can go. You can you can get online. I know COVID's a little difficult right now, but Wells, you're dating, right? And you had the second date. How did you meet the second date?
Hinge.
Okay. Hinge seems like a good online platform that you can start dating people. Is that correct, Wells?
I would say, in both my experience and consulting with my friends, that is the favored dating app now.
Got it. So not Bumble, not OkCupid, not...
Bumble is a scam. Tinder is a cesspool.
Oh, wow.
OkCupid is very 2014.
Oh, 2014. Okay.
You know what? I've been...
Oh, what were you going to say, honey?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I'm dipping my toes into FetLife because I have a lot of one of those, fetishes and stuff. I mean, my preferred method of having sex with someone is a nice act of mutual masturbation while we kiss and perhaps recite poetry.
That's great. I mean, Diane and I do this without poetry. I mean, even last night, she was just like, I'm too tired to have sex. So it was just like, I stroked it while we made out. And then, or sometimes both of us we'll go ahead and rub each other, or are you masturbating right now?
No. I think you're masturbating. About it. I do not have consent. I grew up with a mother that put consent first and foremost.
Okay.
And a father who said it's the wife's duty to have sex with the husband whenever. See, there's that duality. The truth is out there.
It's out there. So I really hope that you
find what you need.
Yeah, you get the help that you need. There's a lot of different options that you can go here.
We listed.
Yeah, so,
it seems like the answer is somewhere in between, some sort of moderation between the far Bible loving and no rules at all.
Exactly. It's always everything in moderation, so... the truth is out there.
So I think we're gonna call it at that.
Yeah.
We hope we help you out there and you get.
Well, thank you so much. You gave me so much to ponder. And guess what? I have all 9 seasons of the X-Files on DVD. The last 2 were Mulder leaves. Not so good, but I trudged through them.
Okay. Well, if you want to keep watching that, go for it. But the truth is out there. I hope you find it, my friends. Stay sex positive and have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you so much. You too.
Wow. Okay. So, Swiss Rider, thank you very much for keep on commenting here. You say go out there and shoot your shot. I do believe that is something that our friend there can do is actually go out and have some sex, and if that's what he wants and behind something that's consensual. Wells, what's the rate of, like, I don't know, I guess paranoid addiction? Do you have any stats about sex addiction in the US at all, or?
Yeah, about 2.2% of men identify with sex addiction.
Okay.
And about 0.8% of women.
Interesting. Yeah, that's not very high. I was expecting something higher, but I don't.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of men who have sex addiction probably would be in denial.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah, I think that when men want to have, I guess, it's a touchy subject. I mean, what is addiction, and like, what if you do feel? I feel like it's something that might be underdiagnosed, or if that's a thing actually. If people can diagnose you with some type of sex addiction, but I feel like there's a lot of men out there who really want to rock their socks, and it's weird. It's partially evolution. Like, we were sitting in the hot tub today and we were watching those doves. Like, the male dove was on the power line and just kind of walking over, and then the female one was like doot doot doot, and
kept scooting away.
Doot 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 doot.
But I think the whole is when it interferes with your personal life.
Exactly.
And you're out there having sex with multiple people and you're not gaining any pleasure from it.
That's when you gotta have a problem.
My father, who was a therapist, would say that when it came to addiction, whether it was alcohol, whether it was something else, it wasn't defined by how much you did it. It was defined by the motives for doing it and how it affected your personal and professional life.
Yeah, if it actually interferes with how you just conduct your life. And so, if we're putting a button on everything, if you feel that you have some type of sex addiction, you should be, seeking some type of help for that. So, but we are out of time here. Thank you, Swiss Writer, for finally joining us. The caffeine stream did get cut, and I apologize, but we are back on. We are on Twitch all the time, every 2 weeks. We are here also for podcasts. If you're listening, please give us a like or a review, or follow us, especially on YouTube as well. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you all have a very sexy and sexual and consensual Valentine's Day. Spend that day on 2 days with that special someone, and please stay safe, sane, and consensual. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.